So, I finally got this thing to work, and I think hopefully this should be a more successful thing. So let me just resize this Photoshop window. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial in Photoshop because I know I've got a couple of people who are using that. And hopefully it's a bit more clear and concise. So step 1, make your outfit. We've made our outfit. It's easy, it's simple, it's done. Step 2, put it into a thing. I've dragged it in. You can open it, file, open, whatever works for you. Basically, make sure it's its own file, not dragged onto something else. For example, if I drag it onto these music notes here, that's not the one I wanted. Let me drag that onto some music notes. Let's go from our movies somewhere else. No good. That's not its own thing, although it does look pretty cool, so that's a fun side. So we've got that, and what we're going to do is we're going to select our colors. So this is our yellow color. I'm going to select that with the magic wand tool. So I'll do that again. Click over here or shortcut W. Select our yellows, and I've got contiguous unticked, which means it's not going to only select the small bit that it's like counted for. It's going to find all of that yellow and it's going to grab it all. And then I'm using shift click to click for the second yellow. And then it's all there. Now I'm going to go up to this one here. Shortcut is M. We're going to right click and layer via cut. Part 1 done. We're coming back down to our first layer because we've got the green we want to select. Again, we're using shift click to get multiple versions of green because there's different shades in this one. Clicking until I hit it because sometimes I'm missing it. Until we've got all of the green selected. I'm just going to zoom in a bit, make sure I've got it all selected. Yep. I'm zooming in because I'm blind, not because I need to zoom in, FYI. So, same thing. We're going to go over to here because I haven't switched it back yet. And then we're going to go right click, layer via cut. Then we've got our 2 main areas good to go. Now we're going to drag in some of our business cards. So we're on week 1. I'm going to drag this out because I've got an entry that I don't want to show you guys. Week 1, gift cards. And then we're going to find the ones that we want. So I want to play around with this beautiful orange here. So I'm just going to drag that in. I'll come back to it later. I'll fix that up. And then I'm going to drag in... I think I want this one. I did a really cool one with these colors before and I can't remember what colors I used. It's either that one or that one. Maybe I'll go with the IGA. Bit of a different vibe. So we're going to start with 1. I'm going to put this one on the top. So I'm going to drag it right down underneath everything. And then I'm going to hide the top because that's what I want it to be. Helps if I drag the right one. And see how it's now showing through. You can see the outlines, but you can see where the top is. All I'm going to do there is I'm going to go now Control T, which is transform, Control T, or you can go right click. I think if you're in this one, free transform, Control T, and then I'm just going to like scale it. If you hold down shift, it's going to scale unproportionately. I don't like doing that. I think it's wrong. I think it ruins the picture, but that's the graphic designer in me. And then I'm just going to move it around till I can sort of like see the placement and like where that placement is sort of hitting. So if I just want the starburst in like the bow center, I do it up there, but I actually like that it's kind of flowing everywhere. So I want to get a bit of a mix. This is rough. It obviously doesn't matter. It's not for a competition. And so see, that's where it's going to be, that bit there showing that green section. Now, obviously, I've got it flowing over the sides and I want to fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my green back on. I'm going to select it all or go like by using this M marquee sort of selection, or I'm going to go Control A, which selects it all once I'm in here. And then I'm going to go V or this one over here and just go up and down one. There's probably an easier way. Arbor probably knows it. He's really good at those tips and tricks, but this is the way I do because it works. If it works, I am happy. And then I am going to create a mask, which is this button down here, layer mask. That's on that green thing. I'm just going to drag it down to the other one. And then I'm going to hide my green layer. And there's my beautiful top. Going to do the same thing with the skirt. This time with this other gift card. So I'm going to hide the skirt. Going to move this gift card to be where I want. I'm going to transform it at the same time. So I can have a bit of a play. Yeah, it was definitely this card that I wanted to use. Move it around a bit. I kind of like that it's got some white in there. Makes it a bit more poppy in my opinion. When you're happy with it, I'm going to go and do that same thing. Control A, arrow up, arrow down because I want it back in the same spot. Mask, hide that, and then just drag that mask down to the layer I want. If you're going to adjust it there again, you got to move your mask away, because if you go to move it with the mask on, look what's going to happen. I can put my V and look, oh, the mask moves with it. Brilliant for some aspects, but not for what we're doing. And then you've got your look. That is the base of what you're doing. The other thing you can do is you can add some texture. So this top has like some nice like detail on that flower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to go File or Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation, or Control U if you want a shortcut. And then I'm going to take all of the color out. I don't want color in there, I just want black and white. And then I'm going to go into either Overlay, Soft Light, or Multiply, depending on what I want. Multiply is a bit dark, this is quite a summery outfit, so I might have a quick look at, maybe Overlay, because it's got some nice contrast in there and it doesn't change the color much. And I'm going to make it like there twice, so you get like that real emphasis. And I can see here I've missed a pixel, so really quickly I'm going to go and I'm going to select that pixel in here. I'm going to go Control U, take out the color, and then I'm going to cut it, and then layer by cut, I think. This is only because I like stuffed up and I don't want to like undo all my steps, so I'm going to layer by cut. Oh, that's because I'm not in the right layer, yep. Layer via cut, try again, and then I'm going to just merge those two layers. Helps if I click in the right section. Right click, merge layers. It's out of the screen, but there's a merge layers thing when you right click on that side of it. And then I'm now going to do the overlay again, delete that layer because it doesn't have all the pieces, and then duplicate that by Alt and drag to duplicate it, or you can like right click, duplicate, it's in there somewhere. So there, then I've got something with a bit of texture. You can see the bow in there a bit more. You've got like that arm patterning detail. I'll do the same thing for the skirt so you can watch that process again. Control U or Image, Hue Saturation, take out all the color. And then we're just going to go for a little bit of a multiply if you want it darker, overlay if you want it lighter, or maybe like a soft light depending on how you want it. I'm going for overlay again. I'm going to duplicate it because I just want that vibrancy to be like making it clear that there was a shadow. You don't need to, that is optional. It's just what I like to do. I really want that original texture shining through. And then there you have it. That is my finished edited look in Photoshop.